One.
Alrighty, guys, and we are back with our bonus question.
Okay, the bonus question for tonight's 38th episode is, what two animals would you like to switch the sounds that they make?
Birds.
What?
I just want birds to not make that noise.
Like any particular. I mean,
by the way, everybody, hold on. The camera can see everybody right now. So, just people need to know.
Regardless of whether you're talking or not, it's a thing, so everyone can see everything.
Sorry.
I want to switch birds and worms.
And worms?
Birds and worms. So birds.
Yeah, because I don't know what sound worms make. I feel like they're pretty quiet. And
what if they're not?
A bird like to be around my window, and I just want quiet things.
You know what?
But Nana, worms are all underground, and when it rains, worms and they come out of the ground because it's wet, and then you'd have bird sounds coming from your feet and under you.
I'm okay with that.
I would love to switch dogs and dolphins.
Ew.
Yo, so you want a dolphin to bark?
That would be so annoying.
Anytime someone came to like a house and a dog was like,
You gotta stand your hat. Come on.
Just imagine how likely like home invasions would not happen if a dog fucking barks like that.
People would just start laughing and walk away.
They'd be like, what the fuck is that?
I think I would be more inclined to break in because I'd be like, do they have a fucking dolphin?
I wish I knew how to hashtag that.
Dolphin barks.
How do you spell dolphin sounds? I don't know. Yeah, how do you spell that though?
E.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it. It's just E.
A lot of E's and that.
That's what monkeys say. Everyone make your best dolphin sound. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like E.
I mean, that's all I got.
So we are some terrible dolphins.
All cats. I don't know. Nana, just so you know, I'm going to interrupt for 1 second. Worms make a loud popping noise that sounds like a champagne cork.
Oh shit!
Why? When do they do that?
So underwater microphones have revealed. Underwater microphones revealed that worms make a loud popping noise that sounds like a champagne cork all the time.
I've never heard.
Is there any animal that's like mute?
I don't know.
Koalas?
They can't be mute.
Koalas scream.
Unless they pass chlamydia on to everyone.
Not their voice, Jeff.
How about
I don't know how they do it, and I don't want to know.
No, how about just fish?
No, I'm gonna switch birds, and then just mute people.
I would say fish.
No, birds and mute people. I'll switch that.
So that includes yourself, and you can never sing again, right?
No, she means mute people
person.
specifically, people who are mute.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
People who naturally they're mute people.
Oh,
so
I thought she was like actually like I'm gonna like take away bird sounds and then just mute everybody on the earth. I was like, oh, okay.
That way, mute people still don't talk, but they can chirp all the time.
Fish are loud too, apparently. I don't know. Gurgles, chirps, grunts, pops.
I'm switching these cats' voices with lion voices.
No, because that's terrifying.
They're small though.
I wouldn't leave the fucking house. I mean, they're small, but their voices won't be like. Do you hear her fucking like yowl? I'm like, no.
Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to a lion's roar.
That would be awesome.
I would shit myself.
How do you spell that, Nana? How do you spell lion's roars? Roar. That one's easy.
Yeah, y'all acting like the traits of the animal are going to change with the voice.
I'm gonna say I can only imagine George's roar isn't gonna be that great. He's like a very calm cat. He's like a bit. "Roar."
You have
That's it.
What is he? What is he? French, Eddie?
Have you?
That's-
What was it?
You were like,
What was it? Have you guys ever seen what was it? Shrek 3, where he's like, "Dad, do the roar," and like I feel like he would sound like that fucking kid. He's like, "Do the roar."
I still think you made him sound French. I don't know.
Les roar.
You were like,
Live.
roar.
You know what? We don't know where fucking George is from. He could be French.
George was born in Iowa.
Now we know. Now we know he's not French.
Oh my god.
He's Iowan.
Roar.
So what do people from Iowa sound like?
You
I
bet.
don't know. I've never been there.
No.
And I don't think I will go.
Does he say rum?
Rum. If I had to put two animals switch their voices, I would switch coyotes and whales, because I hear coyotes in my backyard some nights and they sound terrifying, and I would much rather hear whale sounds.
But can't you only hear whale sounds
Well,
underwater? And you can only hear whale sounds underwater with special equipment.
Let's pretend.
Yeah, I think
for
you
now
can
that-
hear. I'm pretty sure you can hear whale
Eddie,
sounds
you
without.
also usually
any
can't
equipment.
just switch the sounds that two animals make.
I mean, you can't, but you can't hear them naturally.
Science.
I feel like it's at a frequency in which you can't hear it
Well,
naturally.
we're gonna pretend for this question that you can hear every sound that every animal makes.
Okay, Nana.
Well, because
I'm looking it up.
you can't hear
You
worms
already
either.
shot down my worm idea, all right?
You can't hear worms either without equipment.
But
Right.
I'm saying, like, we've already ruled this out.
We did.
So whale sounds can be heard above and below the water.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in my backyard in the woods.
Do you remember the Easter Bunny commercial where they were trying to find the new Easter Bunny, so they had everything else dressed up like an Easter Bunny?
Oh, the cat.
Yeah.
And then the lion with a bark, bark. I want
Yes.
every bunny to really sound like that.
Yes.
Commercials.
So you want to switch bunnies and lions?
Well,
Easter bunny.
Specifically, no, all bunnies, specifically with the Easter Bunny lion. So he roars, but it sounds like bark. Bark, bark,
Say that again, Dan. I didn't hear you.
bark.
Jeff, I feel like you should switch your coyotes to Tony the Tiger. So like every time you hear it, it's like there.
Like all night long though, that would be obnoxious. Like they're great, dear God. There's a lot of them.
But it sends out a positive.
Like, the confidence on you would be through the roof.
I was just saying it sends out such a positive message. You're like,
Right.
You
Like,
would feel so good about yourself and everything that you do.
right, like what if you were having a bad day and then like you just heard they're great? You're like, oh, I am great. Yeah. Yeah.
Just imagine going back and having a 2020 where every day someone just tells you that you're great
Or if you're lonely, you switch it with the
and also
Kool-Aid guy.
gives you sausage
Oh
flavor.
yeah.
The Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah.
I would hate to meet the Kool-Aid man.
We talked about the Kool-Aid man one night. We asked the question, is the
You know what? We should ask our special guests because I don't think any of them were here for
same
that.
question, but let's finish our bonus question, then we'll ask a quick follow-up. Yeah. Who
Have
hasn't
you
answered-
asked the-
who hasn't switched two animals yet?
Oh, that.
Chaya has not.
I think like a bird with like a goat.
Like regular ghosts or the ghosts that scream like people?
I think all goats scream like people. Because birds are so freaking annoying to begin with, and the only thing that would like
Do you
make
have
everybody see
goat sound
off.
would be annoying?
Do
Hold
you
on.
do you
Hold
want
on,
to
hold on. Let her finish that.
so like the only thing that'll like make everyone see how annoying they are is if they sounded like a goat also.
so you
So,
want
like,
you want to wake up at like 7 o'clock in the morning to something outside your window that's going
I think where she's going with this. If birds
Oh.
are so annoying to everyone.
They are.
Maybe we can get somebody to eliminate them.
Well, ask it. Well, birds aren't real. First off, second.
You just say bird fake news.
Well, ask Amanda because what was it like last year? There was a bird outside our house every fucking day at like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like so loud, and like I'd wake up and like she'd be awake. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like
We were literally talking today about how Eddie was about how birds aren't real. As well, pigeons aren't real.
But they are.
pigeons aren't real. Pigeons aren't real.
But they are.
Literally this
There-
morning.
No baby pigeon on this planet.
I've seen them.
Right.
They're real.
No, they're pigeons aren't
That
real.
wasn't a baby pigeon. That was a decoy.
I actually just meant like domesticated birds because I think if like a bird was outside my window and started screaming like a goat, I would freak the fuck out.
Oh, you mean birds like a bird in your house in a cage?
Yeah, like I meant those birds that like
Oh.
nobody would
Do
ever
you
do.
have birds in your house?
Like, what if you had a parrot? And it was
Birds are
like,
terrible. My parents had
No.
birds when I was a kid. They were awful. Ugh.
Jeff, I tagged you on the parrot singing "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor."
Yeah.
Parents are just allowed to have birds?
What? My
I
parents?
thought you gave up the right to have birds when you had kids.
No, they had no. My parents had birds, and they were fucking loud and terrible and obnoxious and awful.
I mean,
I
the birds.
Not like a person who grew up with birds as pets.
We wanted to eat them.
I mean, I had birds as pets, and like they were fine.
Ugh,
They were
What?
just like high
What did
pitched,
y'all
but
do with birds?
they were awful. Hiya, what?
we opened the cage, we let them fly around the house, and they got in my sister's hair. They'd pull her hair, and it was hilarious.
All right, hold on.
I several times I have had to, when I've slept over like a friend's house or was a house guest, I have been put in rooms
Ugh.
with birds.
Oh, did you kill them in the middle of the night?
Literally rather fucking camp out in the middle of Newark than ever share a room with a bird again. I'd rather potentially be shot and killed than have to spend the night with a fucking bird in the room with me. 'Cause it's ever loving torture. It's
Yes.
torture.
They don't shut up.
I just want to say that my thoughts
Sure.
and prayers are with you.
They chirp all
To
fucking
go
night
through
long.
that.
Hashtag bird life.
Why do you know these people?
I wouldn't even talk to those people again for putting you in that room. They tried to kill you.
Why do you have multiple people putting you in these rooms?
Nuh-uh. That was
You own birds. That's you sleep with that. You sleep with it.
disgusting.
Birds are the worst fucking animal to have in your house.
You made the choice.
Jeff, so that was your worst pet.
No, Jeff, I
Oh
don't.
my god, it was. That's worse than the newt. Jesus, I didn't even think about the fucking birds until now. That's the
You
worst pet I've
blocked
ever
it
had.
out. That's
Jeff-
how bad it was. You blocked it out.
I
Well,
was.
Jeff, aren't you not the biggest fan of your dog right now?
No, my dog's fine. I just didn't want a dog. A dog's fine. But
And by
you
your
know,
dog, I mean your
the
cat.
dog itself is fine. Having a dog is the problem to me. But no, that fucking bird, you're right. I didn't even think about the fucking bird. Oh my god. It's the worst pet ever.
You blocked it out.
I
It's
did. It was so
traumatic.
bad. I blocked it out. Oh, and they would have been so easy to just crush too with one hand if I was that kind of person. But
Aw.
I didn't do it. They lived, but like no more than you did the night you slept in a room with them. But you wanted to, didn't you? You wanted to just grab them by their little stupid fucking bird necks. Sweet.
No, it was like back in the day before Uber. Because if it was like during Uber times, I would have just Ubered it home at 3 a.m.
Yep.
I was like, no, stay at my friend's house. Nah.
Well, next fucking New York trip, I'm definitely not sharing a room with Jeff.
You're not a
He's
bird.
gonna choke you in the middle of sleep.
He
You're
might
not
choke
an
me in the
obnoxious
middle of the
bird.
fucking night because I snore. I don't
You're not
fucking
an
know.
obnoxious
But I thought
bird.
we discussed this. The second time around, you liked that.
Right.
Not to death, like to near death, but not to actual death.
And with that, let's
Dude.
switch to the next quick thing before we don't have time. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm sure my boner is not going to deter Jeff from killing me.
I'm not afraid of you. Is the Kool-Aid man the jar or the liquid?
Oh, both.
Oh man.
Is he though? Or is the liquid his blood?
He's the fucking jar.
No, he's the combination. Like I'm a person. and I'm like, the Kool-Aid, the jar is my shell, and then the liquid is like all my insides and my blood. So it's both of me, right?
I think it is.
I think
like-
he's the jar.
He can't be just the jar. I'm okay with him being the liquid, and I'm okay with him being both. Him being just the jar.
That's like a zombie shell.
That's too creepy.
He's a shell of
You said that the skin was the person.
Right. That's like a zombie shell, just having
I
the jar.
gotta agree and say both.
It's both.
Yep. I asked my roommates, they agree as well. It's the jar is the skin, that's the epidermis, and then the
It ain't
inside
right.
and the soul is the
This-
liquid.
I just posted it on Facebook, so I'm gonna figure out what's
Can
what.
I just ask another quick question?
This
Is
is-
it about the Kool-Aid man?
No,
Oh, we gonna do a third bonus question? Is that what we're doing? I thought we were done.
just a quick one. It's really just for Dan.
Sure, go ahead,
Okay.
Nana.
Would you accept a toothless blowjob?
Oh wow!
I knew that was coming back.
It's the
Eddie.
same. It's the same as accepting a blowjob from anyone. It depends on who's giving it.
Eddie, take us out.
Alrighty, guys, that ends episode 38. 38. All right, guys. Please make sure that you guys join us next week for episode 39. If you guys would like to be a guest on the show, please let us know in the comments. Have a great rest of your night. Kisses where you pee.